I've created 3 videos documenting my YouTube automation journey from the very beginning. And every single one of them has gotten a lot of views by this channel standards, so I know there's a lot of interest in this. But it's been over 3 months since I last created a video on it, and I've learned a lot since then. And even slightly tweak my approach with some channels to test out different methods. So in this video, I want to update you on the 2 most effective methods that I've found to grow a YouTube automation channel fast. To recap, YouTube automation is simply the idea that you can monetize a YouTube channel and the videos on it without ever showing your face. Typically, to achieve this, most gurus recommend outsourcing 3 different things: the writing of the video script, the voiceover, and the video graphic overlay. I've watched hundreds of videos on this topic personally, and I've created hundreds of YouTube automation videos for my own channels. So everything that we're going to cover here is based on actual experience. The first method that you can use to monetize a channel is the one that I like to call the volume approach. This is essentially the same method that I covered in the last 3 videos on this. You can either paraphrase successful articles and scripts using a software like Quillbot, for example, or you can have ChatGPT write scripts for you in a matter of seconds. With the right prompts and specific instructions, it'll pump out high quality YouTube automation scripts on pretty much anything, faster than anything we've ever seen before, which is a complete game changer for this business model. Then you can either record the voiceover yourself or use a high quality text-to-speech AI software like Murph.ai, for example, to record it for you. A little tip when using AI software to record your voiceovers though, if you speed them up just a little bit, it can sound a lot more like a human voice because there's a lot less obvious faults in the speech inflection points when it's reading scripts quickly. This obviously differs from software to software and voice to voice on those softwares, but try it out. It works really well with some of them. Then you can use a software like Pictory to generate video graphics for you and sync the scripts and the audio to the video graphics. This software is a game changer for YouTube automation videos because it does everything for you automatically very quickly, and for a small monthly fee instead of hundreds or even thousands of dollars on a video editor. Obviously, the drawback of this approach is that often your videos won't be as high quality as someone else that can spend lots of money or time editing a video. But the benefit of this approach is that you can create so many videos very fast and very cheap, so you can get a better idea of what works for that niche. Plus, there's a reason that the throw shit at a wall and see what sticks approach works so well in so many industries. It's like fishing with 100 poles in the water instead of just one. You have a much higher likelihood of catching a fish, and any one of those videos can potentially take off if it just gets a little bit of traction. On top of that, if you pick the right niche and the right topic, Pictory will create a high quality video. Their stock library is full of millions of stock videos that they pull from, but you'll notice once you try a few different videos, some niches create better videos than others, which is another piece of insight when doing this. That leads me to the second approach, which is the approach that I've been doing on 2 of my newer channels recently. It does take more startup money to create videos like this, nothing crazy though, but the videos that are created are much higher quality and much more engaging. And typically, those videos can take off exponentially if they hit. As Mr. Beast himself said, it's easier to create one video that gets a million views than it is to create 10 videos that get 100,000 views. So there is merit to the quality over quantity approach for sure. When using this approach, I'll do the same thing for the video script, so I'll either tell ChatGPT to take on the identity of my YouTube scriptwriter and then give it specific instructions of what to write and how. Or I'll have ChatGPT or Quillbot paraphrase an article that already has interest and a level of success. Then I'll either hire someone on Fiverr to read the voiceover for me, or I'll even record it myself if I have some extra time. Despite what I previously thought, you can actually find people to record your voiceovers on Fiverr for only $5. You just have to use the filter to set $5 as your max budget, then sort through to find people that charge $5 for the highest amount of words possible. I found that lots of people will read 500 plus word scripts, which is definitely affordable. But be careful with some of these people and make sure that you're listening to each of the voiceovers properly so you can vet them. Some will do a great job for $5, but some will simply give you an AI generated voiceover, which is obviously not what you want if you're paying for it. So just keep that in mind and look out for it. And if you do find a video like this with my voice, then you've obviously found one of my YouTube automation channels, so don't blow up my spot. After after the script and the voiceover is done, it's onto the graphic overlays. There are several ways that you can approach this. Some people use stock video sites, but I don't think that always looks the best, and if that's your approach, you might as well use Pictory. And some people recommend overlaying Creative Commons videos on them. Both of those can actually work, but I've personally found that whiteboard animations create decently engaging videos that are actually enjoyable to watch, with the right script and voiceover, of course. They can be outsourced extremely cheap on a site like Fiverr, or you can hire a freelancer directly on somewhere like onlinejobs.ph or any other freelance website and actually get more engagement on average than the other options. Keep in mind, all of this presupposes that you've picked a good topic for your video already, because a mediocrely produced video on a topic that already has a lot of interest will do a lot better than the best produced video on a topic that nobody cares about. Picking topics with interest is often a key component that people leave out when explaining how to create a YouTube automation video that gets traction. It is the most important thing. But if you're doing that, then it just becomes about consistency and trial and error. Producing a pool of engaging videos like this will eventually help get your channel monetized, because as new viewers start to discover videos, as YouTube starts to suggest and test different videos more and more, it'll ultimately lead to viewer binge sessions, which will be a ripple effect on several of your videos and your channel as a whole. And it'll start to be a snowball that picks up momentum as the YouTube algorithm starts to realize that your videos are getting positive engagement. This snowball effect is crucial to grasp, but it's something that a lot of people when they start channels don't fully understand. I actually went into full detail on this toward the end of one of my previous videos on YouTube automation. You can watch that video on the screen right now if you want to learn more about how to use this to your advantage. So those are the two main methods that I use to grow YouTube automation channels very quickly. If you'd rather spend time than money, then use the volume approach. But if you'd rather spend money than time, then use the second approach that we just covered. Both can work with good video topics and consistency, but this is just me giving full transparency and explaining what's worked for me, so I hope it helps.